Hello there, you amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a new Doctor Who review for today. So in this review, I'm going to be reviewing the very first ever Christmas episode. Yes, we are in December, it's the Christmas period over here. And what do you think I'm going to do for it? I'm going to rewatch every single Christmas special on the countdown to Christmas. By my reckoning, if I watch one per day, I should be finished on Christmas Eve. Now, after Christmas Eve, I'm going to be watching the New Year's Day specials. So, even though The End of Time is like a Christmas Day and a New Year's Day special, I'm going to leave The End of Time Part 2 until like the New Year's Day sort of period when it get on the countdown to New Year's Day. But I'm going to concentrate on the Christmas episodes. Yes, the Christmas episodes. So, like the Christmas Invasion, The Runaway Bride, Voyage of the Damned, The Next Doctor, End of Time Part 1, A Christmas Carol, The Doctor, The Widow and the Wardrobe, The Snowman, Time of the Doctor, and then, of course, the Capaldi specials, which is Last Christmas, The Husband's River Song, The Return of Doctor Mysterio, and Twice Upon a Time. And then the following week, I'm going to be doing reviews on the New Year's Day episodes that aired on the New Year's Day, which is, of course, as you can probably gather, you know it's going to be The End of Time, Resolution, Spyfall Part 1, and Resolution of the Daleks. So, yeah. So, before I get into the review, what do I own of the very first ever Christmas special of Doctor Who from 2005? Well, I own It's on Doctor Who Series 2 Volume 1, which has the Christmas Invasion in it. And then, of course, I own the Series 2 box set of Doctor Who Series 2, which has the whole lovey-dovey relationship between him and Rose. Go like that, which ain't a good relationship story. I really don't like Series 2 for that. And then, of course, I own it on the Blu-ray Steelbook of Series 2 as well. And look, it's very shiny. Shiny. I do like that Steelbook. Even though the Steelbook has a better artwork design, it's still my least favourite series. So, sit there and go to bed. Because by the time we open up to this episode, you're going to find out why I say that. So, starting off with this episode, we kind of have a same screenshot when you have like us zooming into London in Earth at that point, which I really think is just the same like kind of shot they used for Rose, the very first episode of Series 1 with Christopher Eccleston. I really think it's just the same shot. But then, of course, we see Jackie, Rose's mom, building up a Christmas tree. Mickey's there in his garage, like, fixing a car. And then he literally tells one of his mates to turn off the music that's playing. And what do they hear? The TARDIS sound. So Mickey runs off out of the garage to look for the TARDIS. And Jackie runs out of her flat, looking for the TARDIS. So when they're talking and they're like saying, where is it then? The TARDIS comes out of the time vortex really, really fastly and nearly knocks both of their heads off. And then it hits a post front and then lands in the corner with the new regenerated Doctor, played by David Tennant, goes, here we are then, London, Earth, the solar system, we did it. Jackie, Mickey, blimey, no, hold on. There's something I was going to say, what was it? Oh, I know. Merry Christmas. And as he collapses on the floor, you have Rose coming at the TARDIS, looking at this Doctor, and Jackie goes, what do you mean that's the Doctor? Doctor Who? The title sequence, Rosie! Yes, and then what happens after we cut into after the title sequence? We see Tennant in bed in man's pyjamas, and this is how he pretty much ends up in this episode a lot of the time. He ends up in bed. Ugh. Yeah, Tennant's Mr. Bed Doctor. That's what I've nicknamed him for this episode, because he just spends a hell of time in bed. And then, of course, when you have them not in the room with him, and he's just opening his mouth with the regeneration energy bursting out, then, of course, Rose and Mickey ends up walking out of the flat, trying to find their mum a Christmas present. And then while looking around for Christmas presents for Rose's mum, what happens? They get attacked by robot Santas. Yes, robot Santas playing musical instruments in the street of London, and they start blowing things up, trying to kill Rose and Mickey, and then they escape in a taxi. And there's a killer Christmas tree as well. So there's a knock on the door. Jackie just brings in this Christmas tree that was been left at the door, and it nearly kills him because it plays Jingle Bells. I think it's like Jingle Bells. I really think it does play Jingle Bells. Like, plays Jingle Bells, and he knocks it into the flat door. And then Rose passes the Doctor the sonic screwdriver while he's asleep, saying, help me. He wakes up and goes like that, and he destroys the tree. And then next minute, you know, he points the Sonic at the robot Santas. They teleport away, and he ends up collapsing once again. Yeah, he ends up collapsing once again, and they put him back into bed, and he just stays there sleeping away. And then the cigarettes end up invasion because of the humans setting up Geneva with blood control. So the cigarettes ends up getting blood control, controlling the human race, like teleporting them and stuff, like on top of roofs and stuff, while taking over this kind of like blue teleport light, but it's actually blood control. They end up on the roofs, and they think they're going to jump. Yeah, in the meanwhile, because with all this going on, you got Mickey and Rose carrying the 10th Doctor into the TARDIS fast asleep. Once more. Yeah, Tennant doesn't really do much apart from getting out of bed, deal with the robot Santas and the killer Christmas tree, goes back to bed, and he just stays unconscious for the most of the episode. And then the last, 5 to 10 minutes, that's when the Doctor comes out into action. Yay! No, it's not a really good reaction to the new Doctor, I have to say. So when he walks out of the TARDIS, he goes, "Did you miss me?" After the TARDIS gets teleported by the cigarettes, because Mickey and Rose are messing about with the TARDIS console, trying to get hold of the TV to find out what's going on, and they end up being captured by cigarettes, and Rose does a big massive speech, trying to be like the Doctor, which goes terribly wrong with the cigarettes laughing. Why Mickey spills a cup of tea in the TARDIS, and the tea wakes the Doctor up, the new generation Doctor. He walks out the TARDIS, and then he has a sword fight with the cigarettes. He loses his hand, and he goes, "You cut my hand off. I'm lucky. I'm just by chance. I'm just in the first 15 hours of my regeneration cycle, which means I have enough energy to do this." Witchcraft. Time Lord. And then, of course, he ends up knocking the cigarettes leader onto the floor, says he's never returned. So when the cigarette picks up, runs after him with the sword, the 10th Doctor gets the Satsuma, knocks uses it to throw out a button, and the cigarette leader falls off. The Doctor's hand does get found by Captain Jack Harkness, and then it's used in Torchwood through Series 1 until he meets the Doctor again with Martha, with all that business with the Master, which is a whole new, another video topic. And then, of course, we have Tennant spending Christmas Day with Rose. You see them kind of having their lovey-dovey moment when he's there walking through the flat. She literally looks at him with that stupid, big, googly eye sort of feeling. Yeah. And then, of course, you have the Doctor holding Rose's hand saying, "Well, on your own. Well, I thought, where do you want to come? Yeah, do you though? Yeah." I thought, because I changed, I thought, and he just goes like that, and then he literally grabs her hand, and it's like, that way. No, hold on. That way. So that's basically the plot of the Christmas Invasion. We do have Unit and Harriet Jones in this episode as well. So yeah, that's just basically the bits of the Christmas Invasion I want to talk about and stuff. But the rest of the episode, it's, as I said before, it's a 1 out of 10. You've got some good moments in there with the Doctor having a sword fight. You have bad moments in there with 10 staying in bed. You got Rose giving him the big googly eyes and everything else. It's just like, this is supposed to be Doctor Who. Yeah? The Doctor is a Time Lord. A human is not supposed to go big googly eye over him just because he's turned, regenerated. That's the whole point of that. The cigarettes, the reason I give this a whole 1 out of 10, because the cigarettes design is absolutely amazing. They just look absolutely amazing. I really do like the whole design of the cigarettes. I would actually like to see them return at some point in the show's future. The Christmas Invasion, it's not a great episode. It's the 31st Christmas episode. It's one of the weakest Christmas specials, in my opinion. It's one of the weakest, and I really don't like it. I don't really think I will actually ever go back and rewatch this episode until next year, for next Christmas. I normally go back and rewatch this episode round about Christmas time, where for other episodes like the Runaway Bride and stuff, I always watch them through the year. I never really go back and watch the Christmas Invasion that many times, because yes, it's a Christmas episode, same as the others, but this one just absolutely sucks. Sorry, but it just sucks. And I'm sorry to all you people going, but it's got Tennant's very first episode. Tennant's good in it. No, he ain't. He spends a lot of time sitting in bed. That ain't the Doctor. If you look at the other past post-regeneration stories with the Doctor, yes, some of them are in hospital. Some of them get straight into the action, like Patrick Troughton's Doctor and Tom Baker's Doctor. Peter Davison has a bit of regeneration amnesia, trying to work out who he is. Colin Baker ends up being a grumpy bugger, and he ends up trying to strangle Perry because of the regeneration going wrong. The 7th Doctor ends up having his memory kind of done by the Irani. She puts amnesia in to make it look like he has regeneration amnesia, which is just the Irani just prattling about. The 8th Doctor, yes, he had regeneration amnesia again, but he still got into it and defeated the Master. 10's Doctor, no, I have to spend a lot of time in bed. Matt Smith's Doctor, straight into the action. Peter Capaldi's Doctor, straight into the action. Jodie's Whittaker Doctor, straight into an action. She does have like a little bit of a sleep with the regeneration coming out, but then she gets woke up by it, and then she just gets straight into it. But Tennant's Doctor, no, I gotta spend a lot of time in bed. Ugh. This is why this is the worst post-regeneration story of all time. It's the worst Christmas special. It's the worst post-regeneration story, and I just absolutely don't like it. So this is my review on Doctor Who, The Christmas Invasion, broadcast on the 25th of December 2005. What do you think of Doctor Who, The Christmas Invasion? Do you agree with me? Do you think it's the worst one? Do you think that it's one of the good ones? Let me know your opinion. Thank you for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more Doctor Who content videos every day. And I will see you at another point.